Hey cuties, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with another grocery haul, a low carb grocery haul, and I'm really excited. I wanted to try something a little different today, so I hope you stick around.
Life is a
So I wanted to try something a little new. I wanted to kind of hold up the items so I can tell you a little more about it and you're not wobbling all over the place. So I thought I'd start with the produce. First, I have this giant bag of carrots. We go through a lot of carrots and for some reason we were out of them. This is a delivery, so I wouldn't necessarily pick these carrots. They're huge and some of them are a little brown, but I'm gonna make it work. And I like to use this mostly in soups, and I'm gonna be making a couple of soups in the next couple of days, so we have those. Next, just some mushrooms. I buy mushrooms every week, not always with an idea, but I actually have an idea for these mushrooms. I am gonna roast them with some, what am I roasting them with? Butternut squash, and I'm gonna make a sheet pan dinner with, let me show you a little bit better. These are boneless pork loin chops, just 4 of them, and I put them on a sheet tray with, I just have the mushrooms. I'm gonna cut up a red onion, and I have half a butternut squash left in the refrigerator, so I'm gonna roast that up with some thyme and mushrooms, oh, and olive oil, salt and pepper. And I love thyme. Thyme goes so well with the mushrooms, I think, and also the butternut squash. So I'm probably going to put a lot of seasoning on these pork loin chops because of course they don't have much flavor. Things like chili powder, paprika, salt and pepper, garlic. So it's gonna be good. And I put it all in a sheet pan and roast it up. Usually at 425. I check it. This pork doesn't take too long, so you really have to watch it. There's no bone in it, of course, and it's not very thick. So they probably only take 10 or 15 minutes. The vegetables are going to take a little longer. So I just make sure to cut up the butternut squash, the mushrooms, and the onions, kind of all about the same size. They usually take about 20 minutes or so. So the next thing I have is this giant container of green grapes. These are my favorite, and I've kind of been on a kick with them. Usually I serve them with breakfast. I like them on the side with whether I have a breakfast sandwich or an omelet. Delicious. And then I have this beautiful red pepper. I actually thought I had ordered 2, but I will probably cut half of this into small bits and use those for my egg white omelets, which I show in a what I eat in a day pretty often. It's a breakfast I really enjoy. The other half, I'll just put it in maybe a taco salad mix, or my husband likes raw red pepper in his salad, so that's what I'll probably do with the other half. And the next thing is some cherry tomatoes. One of my favorite kind of tomatoes, especially this time of year when tomatoes are not in season. They're always delicious. These Cherub's brand is one of my favorites to choose, but there are others. My store also has these little different color cherry tomatoes, which are really good also. And again, I put these in salads, of course, but also alongside my omelets, egg white omelets, whatever I'm making, whatever I decide, or on avocado toast. And then I just have 2 plum tomatoes, and these are for my husband's wraps he likes for lunch. And that brings me to cold cuts. So we have about 1 pound of each, ham, turkey, and Swiss. That's his favorite combination. And he just puts those in a wrap with some sliced tomato and either mayonnaise or mustard, and that's his favorite. Now for me, I will take some of these cold cuts, and put them in a salad with some turkey pepperoni and Italian dressing. Oh, so good. It's like a hero or a sub sandwich salad. Really, really good. I actually made one of those, and I think I put a short up of that. It's not a long enough thing to make a long video, so check that out. Next up, I just got a couple of things of fruit. 2 Honeycrisp apples, my favorite, with peanut butter for dessert, or just by themselves. I like to cut them up in slices. Really good. Just 2 things of garlic. And here's some red radishes. I like to keep these on hand for salads because sometimes you just got to mix it up a little. I do like them thinly sliced with a little bit of salt on my avocado toast too. That's really good. And here's a new thing I wanted to try. These are wasa crackers. And I remember my mom having these when I was younger, living at home. And I always thought they looked a little like cardboard. But I saw somebody here on YouTube spread avocado toast on these, and she put different things. I would put my tomatoes or even an egg on top, even the sliced radishes. I think it would be delicious. So I wanted to kind of show the nutrition information, and also I will read it to you. So for 1 cracker, which I think is about maybe this long and this wide, is 35 calories. It does have carbs. It's 8 carbs, 3 fiber, so it's only 5 net carbs, and it has 2 grams of protein, which I was surprised about. But this will be one of my healthy carbs, probably for lunch. Like I said, probably avocado toast. So I'm looking forward to trying this. And another new thing for me is this Good Culture cottage cheese. This is the low-fat one. This is the one my store had. And everyone is raving about this on social media, how delicious it is. I don't mind cottage cheese. It wouldn't be my favorite thing, but it just kind of got me intrigued, and I'm going to try to give you those nutrition facts, and I'll read them to you. It's 80 calories for half a cup, which isn't bad. It does have 3 carbs, 14 grams of protein in half a cup. That's amazing. It does have a little bit of fat in it, but I know this would be delicious. Way back in the day, my mom, I think, was doing it, adding cinnamon and a little sweetener to it, and you would toast a piece of bread and put that on top. It was like a Danish on Weight Watchers. But I could also do that on some wasa cracker with, some tomato, even a sliced radish with some salt, pepper, and everything but the bagel seasoning. I think that would be so good. So that's going to be maybe an upcoming video. We'll see, but I'm going to give it a try. And next another fruit, my favorite, pears. I love them just cut up by themselves. I love to make little snack boxes with some string cheese and nuts. That's a really good snack. So yeah, these are my favorite. These happen to be a little hard, but I'm gonna let them sit out on the counter maybe for a couple days and hope they'll kind of soften up a little bit, but I'll still eat them. They're delicious. Next vegetable I have is kind of funny looking. This is part of a fennel bulb. They already cut off the top for me, which it's okay to store it this way, but I do like the long pieces still attached because I like to eat the fennel fronds too. But what I do with this is I'm going to cut this up, and I am going to roast it with my Greek dinners, which I have a video on that too. I don't always use this. Most of the time I use eggplant and zucchini. This time I'm going to do zucchini, fennel, maybe a little red onion, I'm not sure. And I serve that usually with tzatziki. If I have room for some carbs, I'll do the little naan bread, some black olives, some feta cheese. So this time I might also make that red pepper hummus, which I might post a video about that also. It's so good. Homemade hummus is like a game changer. So yeah, that'll be good. Let's put that over here. And I have 2 zucchini, which they look pretty good. Sometimes when you get grocery delivery, of course, you get what you get. These look pretty good, and they're a decent size, not too tiny, not too big. And next are some golden raisins. Yes, they are not low carb. They have a lot of carbs actually. But what I like to do with these is I make a curry chicken salad, which I enjoy putting these in, and some pecans or walnuts. And it's so good. I put 1 box, which is how many ounces? Just 1 ounce, and it goes for the whole bowl of chicken salad. So there's at least 4 servings of that in there. So that's what that's for. Next on the list, and I apologize for sniffling, getting over a cold, but some frozen edamame. These are shelled. One of my favorite snacks. I also like to put them in stir fry. Just delicious, and they have a lot of protein. Let's see, 9 grams of protein for just half a cup. And all you do is pour this bag of frozen in a little boiling water, or I steam them sometimes, but boiling water I think goes a little bit faster. You don't boil the heck out of them, you just boil them until they're tender. They're really good in snack boxes too. So I would just put a little salt, they do need salt, in a little container, and there's a little snack. Next, let's go to some cheese. So I bought the finely shredded, reduced fat Mexican style cheese. And I know I mentioned in my last grocery haul, which I didn't actually wind up doing, making some taco salad. I wound up being sick all week, but I'm gonna do that this week with some turkey meat, that taco seasoning that you buy in the envelope that you saw probably in the grocery haul. And I'm gonna top it with cheese and light sour cream. And what I use as the dressing is just a little picante sauce, and kind of mix it all together. It's so good. So the radishes will go good in that too. There's 7 grams of protein in 1/4 of a cup. And there is 6 grams of fat, which I think is kind of high, but it's 90 calories. So I wouldn't need more than 1/4 of a cup for that. So all I would need is 1/4 of a cup on my taco salad. So if I do make that and it turns out really good, I will film it and show it to you guys as kind of a meal idea. And let's come over to some frozen meals. So I've showed this before. Just putting it out there, I don't typically like frozen meals. I don't like the smell of them. I find they taste a little funny. I didn't grow up really eating them. But I saw somebody at my work eating this, and what it is it's just steamed vegetables and chicken in a basket. Then underneath there's kind of a, what are they calling it? Like a very light sauce, sesame sauce. Very light, not weird tasting, but I like the vegetables and the chicken separate, and it gets steamed, and it's just so delicious. You stir them together once it's cooked. So I like to keep these on hand as just a quick lunch. Let's see, I don't know if you can see the ingredient list and the nutrition, but for one meal, it's 200 calories, which is pretty good. It does have carbs because, of course, the vegetables. The carbs are 16 minus 4 grams of fiber, so that's 12 carbs, net carbs. 23 grams of protein. That's amazing. Now, I know on WW, when I used to follow WW, it was 1 point for this entire box. And it's a decent amount. I mean, not too crazy, but when I was working, I never liked to eat too heavy for lunch. I still don't, because I find it makes me lethargic. So I like to eat pretty light for lunch. So give these a try. If you like frozen meals, you would love it. If you're on the fence about it like me, this is definitely a good option. So there you go. And did I say the name? It's Healthy Choice Simply Steamers Chicken and Vegetable Stir Fry. I believe they have another one that's pretty low in WW points. I don't know about the calories, but it's like an Alfredo with a similar idea. You steam the vegetables and chicken on top, and then the Alfredo sauce must be underneath in a bowl. But I haven't tried it, but I do hear other people enjoy it. So, And the last thing are, again, not low carb, hash browns. These are the patties. Let's see. Oh, you're definitely not going to be able to see this, so let me read it to you. One patty is 130 calories, 12 carbs, 1 fiber, so 11 net carbs, not too great, and less than 1 gram of protein. So not the greatest low carb thing, but again, this would be my one low carb for the day. I would have it for breakfast, of course. And I used to buy these all the time. The ones I used to get when I was on WW were 4 points each, but it was so worth it. I definitely wouldn't have this every week. This would be a real treat, but I would make it with a healthy breakfast, or I have seen people also put avocado on this and some tomatoes and things. So that's an option, but with a nice egg white omelet with some veggies in it and a little bit of cheese and one of these, it's a nice little treat. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. I have so much fun doing these. I really do. I hope you get something out of this, these kinds of videos. I love doing the hauls because then I can give you the ideas on what I'm doing with the food. And just so you know, I do have a lot of meat in my freezer. That's why I've only bought the pork. This is not a complete grocery haul by any means, but we still have stuff in the fridge and the freezer. So these are kind of like the things that we run out of, that you can't kind of buy ahead of time. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and comment below if you found any meal ideas that I shared interesting. If you might try them, that would be great. So have a great day.